Hello everyone, welcome back to another Canary cast video, one that I did not expect to be making today. Jacob here. Some transfer news, and apparently Norwich City are in advanced talks with Werder Bremen for their centre forward American Josh Sargent. Very interesting one. We heard about a week or so ago, saw on Twitter the tracking the play and everything from Germany to Norwich. Could that have been Sargent himself? He is a striker, like I say, so it's a very interesting deal. Around 10 million is being floated around. I'm not sure how much that will get to. I'm sure we'll find that out as it gets closer, but they are in advanced talks. It looks like Sargent will be the man instead of a Josh King or an Adam Armstrong who have been linked recently. Sargent is just 21 years old, like I said, been at Werder Bremen for his whole career so far. 72 games, 13 goals, 5 goals in 16 games for America as well. Numbers aren't brilliant. This lad kind of reminds me of a slightly more developed Adam Eder, which gives you so many questions to even think about. Really, he's big. He's strong. When I say strong with those kind of eye rolls, he's not going to be your target man, Jordan Hugo-esque, but he's got enough about him. He's got a really good frame like Eder has. He's got a decent pace like Eder has, and his finishing is slightly less left to be desired. Can't really judge Adam on his finishing or anything really yet, because I don't think he knows what kind of centre forward he is yet. But yeah, like I say, with Sargent, he's a good backup for Teemu Pukki. He will move in behind. He's not going to be a target man, but he's also good in the air, which would be helpful for Norwich because, again, set piece wise, attacking and defending, we need more people because in those close knit games, you need more people who are good in both boxes, which we've seen with Jordan Hugo. It's an interesting one with Sargent. There's a lot of money again for a backup, but he looks like you've got to say Teemu Pukki's got one more year left after this one. And you're looking at that again and thinking maybe that will be when he also wants to decide to go. So with Sargent and Eder, could they be the next 5 to 10 years of Norwich City forwards? Maybe, or maybe they'll go and advance themselves to a level where Norwich sell them on, like we've seen with like Sammy Buendia, Ben Godfrey, Jamal Lewis, etc., keep reeling them off. It's an interesting one. The numbers aren't brilliant in terms of goals. Like I said, 13 goals from 72 games for Werder Bremen, who have been kind of fluctuating in between kind of very bottom half to relegated, and this season they did get relegated. Saw a clip of Sargent recently on the right wing where he looked uncomfortable, but they're very much trying to get it to him aerially, and he's got a very good leap on him. I don't think that's going to be his game, not at all. I think he likes it on the ground as well. He's quick. I've seen a few clips of him. He's skillful. He's not bad on the ball at all. But he's got good frame, good size, and there's huge potential for this lad. And to be fair, if you look at it, Stuart Webber and Daniel Farke, they don't normally get too many wrong. So you look at him and say this is the next step. And with Pukki, we know that he's for the last 3 seasons now been overplayed constantly for Finland and Norwich. And even if he's got a toe injury or a rib injury or an ankle injury, he will continue to play. And it is annoying when you just don't have the backup available, or Daniel Farke doesn't want to trust people behind Teemu Pukki so he'll play a 70% Teemu Pukki, which doesn't do Norwich any favours, doesn't do Pukki any favours in the long run. This lad, whilst I'm not going to say he's going to be scoring 10, 15 Premier League goals this season, he'll push Pukki further and again help Eder in his development. Like I say, I think they're very, very similar forwards, which is going to be fascinating. Be interested to see who goes now. You'd imagine Hugo for game time will be the one who wants to go, and I'm sure we've also seen the Forest links. Maybe there'll be other Championship clubs in for him. He needs to go and play. It's just he doesn't really fit the Daniel Farke system. I mean, as an alternative, he's good. I think Eder does still need to go and get game time, but they seem to back him here at Carrow Road, and I think Daniel Farke could potentially use him as a wing option again. He seems to like him on the wing. I've watched the Gillingham game where Eder played well up top, scored a couple of nice goals, one poacher, one turn and finish, which was really, really good. But he's still a player trying to find out who he is. I think Ireland, it doesn't help in that system where he's so isolated. So Josh Sargent looks like he will be coming in. Fascinating to see what happens with him. I think, like I say, Teemu Pukki will be the main man, but this lad, whilst I've seen him on the wing, I would say he will be a centre forward. Good pace, good frame, finishing left to be desired. I think he still needs to improve that side of his game. But with Norwich, we don't really get to sign the finished article. They will be unpolished gems. And the man I trust more than anyone in this country as a football head coach to improve an unpolished gem or just on the edge of being something very good is Daniel Farker. He's obviously looked at him and thought, yeah, that's good enough for me. Stuart Webber, again, trusted with more finances. Is that the Emmy money or the impending Todd money? We'll wait and see. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But good that we're starting to get there now. We'll have a Solis video out soon that looks imminent as well. About 8.5 to 10 million pounds, which is again big money for a 19-year-old. Just 21. Josh Sargent around 10 million again. So Norwich are starting to build now. We needed a winger. We might need another one if Todd goes. A striker was a definite. So hopefully Josh Sargent is the lad. I don't think he's the 10 to 15 goal striker yet. He could be. So we'll wait and see. But he's development, he's an improvement on what we have in terms of, I think he's very, very similar to Adam Eder, which could cause a situation there where we have to really look and address that. Or if we go for it at the back, maybe a two up top. Who knows? We'll wait and see. But it's an interesting one for sure. But Norwich are starting to get there now. Centre back and CDM are still desperately needed, in my opinion. Really do need to keep strengthening because that squad, whilst without injuries, is better than last time. We know better than anyone else that injuries come along and really, really derail a season. And we've got a few injury-prone players in that squad who we just need to have very good backup for and not having to lose out on quality because we've lost a player. Pierre Limalu looks very good, but again, who replaced him? Kenny McLean. So that midfield is starting to get there. We need one more defensive midfielder, I'd say, to get that midfield strengthened. Centre back is a must, like I say. Vamadele looks good, but let's not throw him into the Lions' den straight away. Let's get another very good centre back in, so we don't have to rely on a Zimbo unfit. Hanley then goes unfit. Gibson's had problems injuries wise. If we want to go far at the back as well, you need a good few centre back options. You can't have 3 centre backs playing and only have 4 because we know that one will get injured. And like I say, going forward, I'm still not totally sure how we're going to get the balls to Pukki or Sargent. Maybe it is Solis who will be the Buendia-esque kind of player. I don't really like Kieran Dowell on that right-hand side. Maybe as an alternative in and out, but not relying. So we need another one, I think, still, especially if Todd goes. But we'll wait and see. It's interesting. Definitely, this will be a long transfer window, I think, where there'll be still so many more rumours and Norwich still have a lot more to strengthen, but good signs. Solis nearly here. Josh Sargent, advanced stages apparently. Be very interested to hear your thoughts down below. If you've liked this video, make sure you like it. Subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be back, I'm sure, very, very soon on some more transfer window interest, gossip, whatever you want to call it. Until then, we'll see you in the next one. Later.